Oh, look! Lynx is over there. Quick, let's go see her.
Luca, you're here. I had a strange encounter. I was at the plaza watching, but she was just called away by a few diviners.
Yeah, isn't this girl a bit...
Could you... There are too many unfamiliar... The girl should be just over there, playing some game with other diviners.
Ching, you're getting better and better. You're probably slacking off at work playing this.
You're one to talk. I'm sorry. I was too engrossed playing. I didn't notice the time.
Isn't this... That's not the same. We Pathfinder fans definitely admire you more.
It's the Pathfinder fan circle.
We heard that you relied solely on the Pathfinder to overcome the Heliobus possessing the But our President Ching said it was all down to your hard work.
Okay. She and I have some things to take care of. Play with you next time.
No!
Gosh, you scared me.
It's not every day we meet a You have to play a round of Pathfinder with me, or I won't let you take
Chingchuas do you have? Just play around with her. I doubt she'll let go of this.
Let's play around! You ready to have a match with me? Sure, lightning quick! Call you a legend for nothing, Nameless. You solve my riddle in a flash. Pathfinder, once you play, you'll...
Satisfied now? Then we'll be off.
Hold on! Recently, our not just for those in the Law Fu, plenty of our... You may have seen our ad we put out in the papers. If you join up, our first major event will be considered a what? Fantastic! Looking fun.
Who would have thought that you'd be so immensely popular? Is this the friend that you mentioned, Luca? Please, Miss Lynx has told me everything. She also said she found some... At first glance, I knew it was a jade abacus. And an old model from centuries ago, too. Out of curiosity, Nothing gets past you. You know that the Master Diviner has returned to the Yuchue on business? Before she departed, she left me with a mountain of data. Now that such an opportunity has fallen into my lap to restore an important historical document, strictly speaking, taking this job doesn't count as slacking off. And I might even get to unveil a fascinating tale. Why wouldn't I take the job? And I've actually already restored part of the information. But Lynx said that you have to be the...
She's right. Thank you, Lynx.
Let's play the recording, then.
Trust me. With your skills, you'll surely make a name for yourself if you join the Interstellar Circuit.
Of course, I'd be thrilled to win, but what I truly hope for...
I know what you're thinking. I've heard about your homes. Honestly, many worlds have been attacked by Nanook's Mad Legion. So I must remind you, Igor, you sure are a miracle. For a competitor hailing from a frontier planet to get into the final at Pier Point, it's something...
I'm just a plaything for their entertainment. Look at what I've had to do. severing my perfectly good arm, and replacing it with an IPC prosthetic. All to make the matches more dangerous and thrilling. If Mom saw me in this state, she would be heartbroken.
If your mother saw the prize money you won, she'd understand.
Can my prize money buy me an army?
If you want to buy a mercenary army outfitted with standard gear, you'd have to defend your champion's title at least 20 times and accept countless endorsements. Can you last that long?
This story got much heavier than anticipated.
Igor left his home planet before the Antimatter Legion invaded. When he participated in all the fighting tournaments across the cosmos, he would address the audience with a speech after he won, hoping that would raise awareness about the Antimatter Legion and save his planet.
He really was an extraordinary...
Alas, the cosmos is infinitely vast, easily drowning out one planet's meek cry for help.
It's all right. This is a chapter in history that's already happened anyway.
Regardless, to be able to hear Igor's actual voice after 7 centuries...
This section of information doesn't mention the Xianzhou Alliance at all.
Anyway, this is all the content that's been restored so far. I should be able to salvage some data, but I'll need a... Perhaps the subsequent data will be able to tell us why he arrived on the Xianzhou. We'll contact you if they're...
I'll stay at the Divination Commission for now. There are some other matters I have to handle besides restoring the Jade Abacus.
I'll try my best to restore the data in the Jade Abacus, but it'll take some time.
I feel dizzy. Let's hurry up and see a doctor. Miss Qingque has restored more parts of the record? Let's check them out now. Hopefully we'll find out the reason why Igor came to the Xianzhou.
Lynx, look! She and Luca are here. This Jade Abacus is too severely damaged. Even with my best efforts, I can only...
What we're about to watch should be the last of the records.
Igor Haft is a hero of Eurolo 6, yet we know so little about his...
Are you guys ready? I'm going to put...
Go ahead, Miss Qingque.
Igor, a flicker of sorrow appears fleetingly in my empathy module after listening to your speech.
So, will you deploy your army to take over the collapsing market, Mr. Abraham?
Oh, I'm sorry to say that I won't. Every business decision has to be reached based on rational consideration. Your homeworld only contributes 0.005% of the logistical capacity required by the Building Material Logistics Department. In terms of the resource allocation of the traditional project department, its share...
Mr. Abraham, that infinitesimal share you mentioned?
You can try your luck on the Lawfu of the Xianzhou Alliance, where the Luminary War Dance is currently held. The people of Xianzhou have always prided themselves on their benevolence, and they have aided many planets ravaged by the denizens of above. However, my child, I must remind you that the Xianzhou Martial Contests, you turned down the prizes and rewards you could have had just to talk to me for 10 minutes.
Miss Qingque, are...
I'm fine. I just feel a bit...
Hey, it happened a long time...
You're right. Qingque, don't...
But the fact that it's history makes it even sadder. Igor grasped at every tiny sliver of hope for someone to rescue his home world. When the name Cienjo Alliance was mentioned, I imagined things unfolding like this. The Cloud Knights went to Eurilo 6 as reinforcements and eliminated the... Even without the records of what happened afterward, we know very well that things did not pan out that way. All his efforts were in vain.
No, Miss Qingque. He didn't fail. Igor Haft later returned to Eurilo 6 and fought against the Antimatter Legion. He, along with many others like him, preserved the desolate city of Belobog with their flesh and blood. The fact that I can participate in the war dance to fight for my home today shows that he didn't fail. Those who sacrificed their lives 700 years ago didn't fail either.
You're right. If Igor could see how impressive you are on the war dance...
It's a pity we don't know how Igor performed at the war dance back then.
I went to the repository the other day and did some digging. 700 years ago was not too long ago, but it was a turbulent era. The aftermath of the Second Denizens of Abundance War still lingered, and this edition of Imbibador, I couldn't even find a complete list of contestants. And I didn't see Igor's name anywhere.
It's okay. Even though this ancient legend is no longer known, with my fist, I'll rewrite Igor's story in the War Dance's ring. Just you wait and see!
Yeah, we look forward to it.
Can't wait.
Hello, Luca from Belobog. It is a pleasure to meet you.
General Jingyuan, it's my honor to meet you. But I'm not quite sure why you summoned me.
Because of that exciting match earlier. And also because you're the second war dance contestant from Eurilo in the past 700 years.
Do you mean... have you by any chance heard of Igor Haft?
Igor, what a nostalgic name. I know him. Actually, I should...
General, do you know about Igor's experience on the Xianzhou? In our hometown, many of us have heard of Igor Haft's heroic tale, but we don't know what he really went through during his journey beyond the sky. Please.
That was over 700 years ago. At that time, I was young and also serving as the war dance's ringmaster. Igor, a tall and red-haired boxer, appeared in the ring. Every swing of his fist felt like it carried the weight of an entire world. He had a peculiar habit after finishing a match. While turning down all the prizes and gifts, he would talk about his homeland's plight to the spectators, warning them of the Antimatter Legion's attacks as he sought help from those who were capable. Just like that, he conquered every opponent and finally stood before me, much like how you faced Yanqing. He threw his punches in silence, matching me blow for blow. But as the fight was nearing its end, he suddenly stopped and left the arena. Igor, the Alliance leaders have listened to your tale and your homeland struggles. Many Cloud Knights feel sympathy for your situation.
Is there anything more?
They are unable to send forces. We've received a warning signal from the Yaoqing, meaning a major conflict between the Xianzhou and the Denizens of Abundance is...
I understand.
Where will you go next?
I'm headed home, because my home needs me. I thought I would surely find a way to but I was wrong. Eurilo 6's tragedy is insignificant. Disasters unfold in every corner of the universe. If not, while I've been fighting here, my family and friends are bleeding to death because of the Antimatter Legion's invasion. With every fist I throw, it's time for me to go back now. If a child cannot fight to protect his mother when she needs it, what right does he have to call himself her son? See you again, Jingyuan. No.
I wish you victory, Igor.
You too, Jingyuan. If the opportunity arises, I'd love to fight you again. I'm coming back, Mother. I've come out on top in all my fights. But this time...
The war dance is held to foster friendships through combat arts. However, I was just a Cloud Knight lieutenant at that time, powerless to change anything. I couldn't even utter any words, and just like that, he left. Time flew by, and then...
Pardon my interruption, General. What was the name of the world you just mentioned?
Let's send an invitation to that world called Eurilo 6 for the war dance this year.
General, the astral charts of the Skyfaring Commission indicate that this world has been destroyed. General?
Send an invitation. Even if it is just a wish that won't come true.
So, this is why we received that?
Igor gifted me a keepsake.
Is this?
We took this picture before we parted ways. Now, I'd like to give something to his in return for his gift. 700 years ago, I didn't have the chance to help his. You once expressed your desire to be a long-life species. Because we had a longer lifespan, you thought we would have more time to grow, rectify mistakes, and change. You were wrong, Igor. The next punch is always what matters most. For our world, the future is what truly matters. We don't just appear out of nowhere. Each of us comes from the world that was there before we were born. People are like a giant tree, closely intertwined and ever-growing. People shape history. History creates heroes. Heroes inspire the future, and the future brings forth new people. My old friend, your call for help back then has been answered. Luca is the answer. He isn't just a boy. Instead, he's as ancient as your civilization, and he's the embodiment of Eurilo 6. I should have realized sooner. A civilization that can give rise to someone like you.